Hello everyone, this is Poonam Sagar at IndoIndians.com, and as we do every year, this time we have Dr. Sundeep Kochar with us, who will be telling us all about his predictions for the year 2024. Welcome, Sundeep ji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Poonam ji. I think it is our annual ritual when we meet like this every year. And I wish you a wonderful year ahead. And anyone, whoever is listening to us, I wish everyone an amazing, prosperous new year.
Thank you. So, Sandeep ji, we had the 3 years of the pandemic, and then last year we saw there's this sudden resurgence in travel, and everybody's bouncing back, and everything's happening. Is there a special astrological alignment or something happening which will portend of special things that's going to happen this year?
Yeah, see, a good thing with human mind is, we are good in forgetting things fast. And we are all, human being is known as a social animal, so
Yes.
we really want to go out, meet people, visit places. So this is always a part of it. And whenever somebody who is confined, like you mentioned, in the pandemic, a lot of fear and situations were there. So obviously people will like to explore. And now I've seen people have changed their mindset also. So Poonam ji, earlier, people used to come in only for materialistic reasons,
Yes.
when they will buy their house or another house, or go to the next level professionally. But now they are also talking about their own well-being. They're asking about their own happiness, their own peace in life. First time for a change. So I think pandemic had given them the thought that nothing is permanent, and we should definitely utilize our time on the planet. So I think it is a good change, and I welcome this thought of exploring and moving out. And when you go out, I think it is a good rejuvenating way to connect with yourself. Also, it is not about meeting your friends or relatives or whoever, but is also meeting yourself. And whenever you are closer to the nature has got a lot of healing powers. So when you go out, you feel totally
Refreshed.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your
Refreshed.
stress goes away. So I think it is a good idea to begin your year with.
So, sorry, Sandeep ji, I got straight away into talking with you and asking you about the year. But before we begin, for many of our viewers, I'd just like to give a very short introduction about you. So, Dr. Sundeep Kochar is a celebrity astrologer. He has given, has many international clients, and he is one of the most renowned names in the fields of astrology. He's adopted it to the modern times and changed the perception of traditional ritualistic astrology in a modern way. In his 24 years of journey with astrology, he helps people discover their strengths, weaknesses, and potential by motivating them to become more balanced and lead a content life. His holistic approach helps individuals realize about their true potential and make them feel happy, which increases their productivity and harmony in life. In fact, if you want to have a direct reading with Dr. Sundeep Kochar, you can go to his website, drsandeepkochar.com, and you can apply, you can, select what kind of a reading you want. You could also go to Indo Indians and fill the form and, ask for a reading from Dr. Sundeep Kochar directly. So welcome again, Sandeep ji.
Thank you for beautiful description of my profile. I think God has been kind, and as you said, I think it is my responsibility to help people understand their journey. And astrology is an amazing tool. It can be a friend for life. Astrologer can be a friend for life, and he is responsible for making you aware about your own strength, weakness, potential, and most importantly, to help you understand your time. Because taking the right decision at the right time is what we call luck. Because most of the time I've seen, Poonam ji, people tend to take a wrong decision because they are not aware about the time. You tick all the boxes, about your planning, about your finances, about your infrastructure or whatever, but you don't know one box is which is empty is your time. And
Yeah.
time is above everything. So I think it is a great responsibility I feel, and God has been kind that I can help people plan their life and live a better, happy and content life.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. Maybe I can ask you to go through all the sun signs and give us, an overview of what you see 2024 to be, and then for specifically for the various 12 sun signs, and then maybe we can go into some little Q&A.
Absolutely, we can do that.
So where do you want to start? With which sun sign?
Al- Always, it is Aries, and Aries, they are born leaders, and they are ruled by Mars. That's the reason they have this initiative taking tendency, and they are the one who will always have the energy, and they never think of even retiring in their life, because they are always full of that kind of vigor, vitality, and they believe in leaderships. So that is one. And good thing is about Aries, last 1.5 years, I'm talking about, Indian astrology is based on moon sign, so I'm talking about moon sign here. So moon sign Aries, they were having some situation in the 1.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
reason or no reason, they were emotionally low, feeling low. But thankfully, after November, things have changed for them, and it is a good space they are in. Jupiter has also started transiting on Aries, which is promising any Arian who is a bachelor, willing to get married, then by May they should be getting married, which is a good idea. And I think this year they will find a lot of good gains coming to them.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn is in a very good placement in Aquarius in 11th house from Aries, which is promising a good all round growth in every aspect of life. So this is something which is great, and I think they need to forget about the past. 2024 definitely is going to be their year.
Wonderful. So very good news for all Aries out there. So be positive. Look forward to a wonderful year.
Absolutely.
Who's who's next?
Next is Taurian. The Taurian are known for their happiness, positivity, flamboyance, because they are ruled by Venus. And as I've said, Indian astrology works on moon signs. So moon get exalted on Taurus. So that is the reason Taurian moon sign people, they are the most promising people. They always wear a smile, and that is how the identity, is their smile actually. And this year is no different. Though there will be some changes. I wanted to say challenges, and then I switched it to changes, so it is mix of both actually. Challenges, why? Because there will be some constraint in their work area, but changes definitely is. As per the dictum in astrology, when planet Saturn or bigger planet like Saturn goes into the Kendra from Moon, there would be some change in place, or you might change your job, you might change your house, or there will be change in city or something like that. So Taurians can expect some changes. Also, there is a 11th house transition of Rahu, which is responsible for certain gains in their life. So there are people who are waiting for getting normal gains. I'm talking about sudden gains for Taurians, and that too maybe beyond their expectations. So it is going to be a good time, provided they go with the flow. Because sometimes the human mind is, we always try to resist change, Poonamji. But when planet are creating that kind of change, then I think they say if you cannot beat them, join them. So
Mm.
go with the flow. That will help them to ward off anything negative, and then it is a good idea. And anyone who is waiting for marriage, I think you should wait for till May at least, because then in transition of Jupiter will go from Aries to Taurus. And from May 2024 to May 2025, there is a very strong possibility that Taurians, whoever is waiting for their marriage, should get married.
Right. So lots of opportunities coming your way for Taurians.
Yes.
Next.
Next is Gemini, and number three, they are known for their planning, their visualizing things. They have a thinking mind, because it is a Aries sign, and it is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, planet of planning and finances. And Mercury will always make them feel young. So their age is just a number for all the Gemini ruled people, and they are happy with that. Saturn has moved to the ninth house, the house of luck, and Rahu and Ketu have come in the Kendra. So there is Gemini also might feel some changes
Hmm.
in a bigger way, so they might change. They feel the displacement of their place they are in now. And Jupiter is promising some reward, award, recognition, some kind of promotion. And post May, if they are planning to buy a property, then definitely Jupiter, the transition of Jupiter will help them to buy a property as well. But they are heading for a major change, that I'm 100% sure. So as I say, go with the flow, and change is the only way of life. So I think if you just go with that, then it is going to be great. I would also advise them to help needy and poor, because the more compassion you have, whatever goes around comes around. I believe in that. So your helping nature will help a lot of things. It will come back to you in many folds. You will be healthy, you will be happy, you will be in a good relationship, and that is how energy works. So work on those positive, happy energies. Don't feel stress out because of the change. Just go with the time, and definitely it is going to be good.
So in the three signs that you've just shared with us, Sandeep ji, there is a lot of change. And
Absolutely. Two out of three, yeah, the signs they might experience a major change that I said, including in change house, place, environment, office, city, even country. So that kind of changes they can expect.
what about Cancerians?
So Cancerians are quite kind, caring, loving people, and they are the most passionate and compassionate in their life because for them they are always givers. So which is good and bad because sometimes when you expect something to that people should behave in a similar manner and you find they are not reciprocating, then you feel bad. So that is their emotional side which is always tested. So I would suggest them to be more practical this year, and this year definitely they will do good professionally. It is a good transition of Jupiter which will help them in their prosperity. Buying a house before May, so in next 4 months there is a very strong possibility for planning one. There would be some delays and some stress because of transition of Saturn in their fourth house. We in Hindi we call it Shani ka dhaiya, so it might create some kind of turbulence emotionally. So you have to accept it the way it is. Otherwise there is no other problem you would be facing. The only thing is your optimism, your positivity, and your accepting things the way they are. So look at a bigger picture, and just don't take things to your heart. Keep going, giving good the way they are known for, and I'm sure it is going to be good. Meditation will definitely help them because when you meditate, they are ruled by moon, and moon is a planet of emotion, and emotions, they are good and bad because they get influenced emotionally. So if they will do meditation, the moon will become stronger, and that is how they will be able to face things in a better way.
Right. So now the sign that I've been waiting for, because it's my sign, the Leo. So
So
since
Leos are yeah, always they are always ahead with everyone, and they are the one who are always have that kind of energy and passion to do keep on doing good, and they are the bosses, so they can't be under any kind of dominance because that is how they are grown up with. This year there is a very strong possibility of getting some kind of award, reward, recognition if they are waiting for something to happen like that. Hand of God, definitely yes. Relationship, I would suggest them to give it a priority because sometimes especially with Indian DNA, we start taking our spouses for granted. So for Leos especially, you have to balance it out, work life balance as they say, and give quality time at home. So plan some holidays, plan some maybe a weekend, at least go for a walk or a jog with your partner. So that is a good idea, and a lot of good accumulation of assets this year, or you will be able to secure loads of money in 2024. It is going to be a good year. Only area is relationship which you need to put conscious effort to make it beautiful.
right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now for Virgos, the Virgo is, we all know such a balanced person, so organized. What is your view for them this year?
Yeah, the view is almost the same. Only one thing I would like to add, Poonamji, apart from their, as you said, they are quite well planned always. But too much thinking is also not needed. Sometimes, they are but the perfectionist actually. One sign which is perfectionist is Virgos. And because of that, it is good for their own learning. It is good for their own planning and management, like you said. But it is also bad for their mental peace because of two reasons. One is they will always feel that nobody understands the way they think because their level of thinking is always higher than all of us. And secondly, their tolerance level is zero because of having that kind of perfection they always strive for. So I would suggest them to look at a bigger picture. This is something which is not easy for them, and especially meditation, which again they will claim that they tried and it never worked. Actually, anyone who needs the meditation the most is Virgos, to calm down their mind, thinking mind basically. So I'm sounding critic for Virgos, but I want them to be more careful because they're always careful. So careful people, they will feel stress in every situation, even if it is a normal situation in life. So this is one suggestion. Secondly, if any Virgo who is planning for their higher education or try to upgrade their skills, this is a year when you will definitely like to upgrade your knowledge. One more suggestion is try not to trust people blindly,
Hmm.
especially related to finance, because Rahu is transiting in seventh house. The people you come across, so better, as I say, precautions better than cure. In a way that if you trust somebody with your close eyes, then it might backfire. So try to know a person before going overboard, especially related to finances. That's my advice. And Virgos, if they wish to get married, then definitely after May there is a strong possibility. But try to not to react on a small little thing, because Ketu will chisel with their moon, and that is how they may become a little bit frustrated. So
Mhm.
the more calmness will help them.
Right. And what about the people who can never take a decision, Librans?
See, liberals, they don't need to decide, because they are just, if you ask me, they are always in a party mode, because they are ruled by Venus. So Venetian for them priority is about their looks, about the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, their surroundings, their upgradation of assets. They want to things beautiful, and they're always creative in their own way. So passion, luxury is always a part of them, and that is how they are known for their flamboyance. This year, there is a strong possibility of getting them married, but they have only 4 months in hand. So, if they are really keen, that they may get married before May. They will always win over their enemies in 2024, because of strong placement of Rahu, which will help them to grow. If they can start doing some kind of spiritual connect journey, then definitely they will be elevated, and that is how it will help them to balance it out. It is not about their only, as I've said, materialistic life. The spiritual life will help them, and that is a symbol of liberance. It is a balance. So they need to learn to balance, and that is how it will support them. So I'm sure it is going to be a good year to explore a lot of those uncharted areas which they have never focused on, including spirituality and meditation, and that will help them to grow in every aspect.
Right. I think it sounds like a very happening year for most sun signs so far.
Yeah, it is how you take it. Optimism, if you ask me, I believe in your energies. If the person who has a overthinking mind and thinking only negative things, because I believe in manifestation. You become what you think is my favorite statement. In spite of being in astrology, I believe in that. If your time is good and you're thinking negative, you won't feel anything good. If your time is bad and you are an optimistic person, you won't feel that it is a bad phase. So it is all here. That is the reason Indian astrology is based on moon sign, because moon is emotion. So emotionally, if you are balanced, then no matter what time you're running, you will be all good. And emotionally, if you're vulnerable, then the planet will influence you, and that is how good or bad happens. You're the same person whom you ran away and got married. Now, with a change in time, you are running away with the same person, away from the same person. So
Away
that is
from the
what.
same person.
So it is exactly. So it is all about the time, not about the person. So the time changes, your mindset changes, and that is how you react. So this is what I always suggest everyone to be little bit spiritual and do this mindfulness. Meditation can be life changing thing. If you ask me, only remedy I believe in my 24 years of journey with astrology is meditation. And if you do that, you are set.
Right. So, Sandeep ji, we can move on to our next sun sign, Scorpio.
Yes, Scorpios are definitely, sun sign in Scorpio are different than moon sign in Scorpio. Though Scorpio has got a bad name of being revengeful and this and that. But if you ask me, moon sign, they are totally opposite. They are the most caring, kind, but really sensitive. So for them, I use a statement: they are prone to hurt.
They are
Prone to hurt.
pro.
So prone to hurt. So everyone will make sure how to hurt a Scorpio. The Scorpio baby is born. First, he or she will not get along with his mom, and then when she will grow up, she will not get along with her friends, and then obviously husband and even mother-in-law, she will find the same. So the thing is, it is not with the people who she is with. It is about her, who is taking everything to her. So I'm saying her more than him, because men still, they can handle emotions better than, because women are supposed to be a sensitive species, comparatively. Though time has changed, we are talking about women empowerment. Women has definitely become more powerful, according to me, compared to men now. It is a different thing, but this inherent emotional thing is something they need to work on. So for Scorpio, I would suggest them to make meditation, the spiritual connect, as one of the key thing in this 2024. Saturn in fourth house, we call it again kantak shani. Kantak is like thorn. It affects a person, reason or no reason. So you have to have a better tolerance now. This year, just let it go by without reacting, feeling mad about anything. I'm not saying bad. It is all about, and anyway, they are used to get all this. So I think this will be a better year, and especially for marriage after May, when Jupiter will be in Taurus, which is a seventh from moon sign Scorpio, will help them to find their soulmate. So I think it is a good idea, and I would suggest them to even get the horoscope match, which is very, very important. It's not only matching, it is also knowing that person inside out astrologically. And there's a reason, Poonamji, I'm starting my matrimonial service after 24 years of my journey with astrology. It's called Astromillion, astromillion.com. So why astro is the first word? Because first you need to know the person astrologically, which is psychologically, and then you decide to marry that person. So first astro, then million. So astromillion.com is what I'm starting now.
Congratulations on your new
Thank you.
startup, Sandeep ji.
Thank you.
I'm sure it will be very, very successful.
Thank you so much.
So Sandeep ji,
So yeah. So we'll go to the Sagittarius next sign, and Sagittarians are always the focused people, because even their symbol is a man with a bow and arrow. Is a half man, actually half horse, is Sagittarius. But it is more about talking about focus, and that's the reason they know what they are doing. They know where they are going. So this year, in spite of this quality they have, they may get first time for a change some element of doubt, because Rahu is transiting in fourth house, and whenever Rahu comes in fourth house, this is your inner conscious. So they may feel something, this is not right, or maybe that's not right, or what if this happens, what if that happens. So this kind of dilemma, or some doubt in them might make them restless. So I would say them to listen to their intuition, because they are quite intuitive, and that will definitely support them. Traveling, definitely Sagittarius will be traveling a lot in 2024, and anyway they love to explore. So this year they will also enroll in some kind of learning, or some kind of skills they will acquire, and they are known for their knowledge. So I think it is going to be significant here. Only thing is the change and the doubting thing which I'm talking about, they need to take care of, and just go with the flow, with the belief system which they already have.
Right. I noticed, Sandeep ji, in the predictions that you shared with Indo-Indians, you for Capricorns, you said a new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
A new beginning to life.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about that.
Yes, I said a new beginning because of few reasons. One is Saturn was moving over their moon sign Capricorn since last 2.5 years, and that has given them some kind of stress, because sometimes you get a lot of responsibilities, which I take it as positive, but maybe people might take them as more
Work.
stress for them. Yeah,
Work.
work. So the Saturn has moved from their moon sign, so giving them a good space to breathe, and that is the reason it is a new beginning. Another reason is Rahu is transiting third from their moon sign, giving them a lot of courage to take initiative. So sometimes people, they keep on planning, thinking I will do this, I might do that, and they're waiting for something to happen, but this Rahu will push them to take the right decision, or to take initiative at least, because astrology will say your luck is influenced when you take initiative. So this is what the reason I said it will be a new beginning, because Capricorn are ruled by Saturn, which is a slow planet, but 2024 will push them to the limits, and they will definitely explore and do something better and different.
Right. So our favorite sun, the water sign Aquarius.
So Aquarius, yes, the symbol is again the part with the water flowing out, and I always say it is a half filled or half empty pot. That's the reason they are always looking for more. But contentment, as I've said, is a great virtue. So if you bring that thing in you, then you get a lot of peace, and they are lacking that right now, because Saturn has come over their moon sign after 27.5 years, giving them some kind of stress, or what I was talking about, Capricorn. So from Capricorn it has moved on Aquarius, giving them some kind of responsibility, which I will take it as a positive. So I think if they can handle it by taking it as a message that they might grow up with this kind of responsibilities, take it as an opportunity. Actually, you take your responsibility as an opportunity. It is just a change in your mindset which will help them. And if they are willing to get married, then definitely time is on till May, because Jupiter is transiting, and Jupiter is a great planet which helps a person to get married. It is a planet of prosperity as well. And transition of Rahu might also give them unexpected gains. The house of second house, the house of finance, so they might expect something good from somewhere. So I think it is a time to cheer up and keep helping needy and poor, because Aquarius is all about getting gains. But if you do some charity, the gains will come back to you in manifold.
I think that's a very good point, Sandeep ji, because if you, it's good karma, good
Absolutely.
karma to help people and to really help people and make a positive change in the world.
I believe in that, Poonamji. In astrology, there is a number one Raj Yoga known as Dharma Karmadhipati Raj Yoga. That means Dharma is spiritual, and Karma is your deeds. So if you're doing your deeds in a spiritual way, with a spiritual bent of mind, then this become number one Raj Yoga. And they say Vasudev Kutumbakam in Sanskrit, which means one world, one family. The person has that belief, and he spread that positivity around. That is how good comes to them.
Yeah.
So now moving to the last sign, which is not the least, is
Uh-huh.
Pisces. And Pisces might face some challenges, which Aries I was describing in the beginning. The transition of Rahu was there 1.5 years over their moon sign. So Pisces moon sign, again I'm repeating, moon sign Pisces, not sun sign. They might be experiencing some low situation in their mind.
Hmm.
The reason or no reason, they might feel bad about things. They might find reasons to feel or get affected by emotions. So this is the time they need to be more practical and start looking things from a different perspective, and try not to react and spoil any kind of relationship. Because when time is not right, then I'm sure people around you will behave exactly they are supposed to behave according to one's time. So you have to pass this 1 year. And they say, as I say, no decision is better than bad decision. So try to not to take any wrong decision at this time. Spiritual connect, anyways, they are ruled by Jupiter. Meditation will help them to sail through. Otherwise, good things will keep on happening. Post May, they may get married, though they might feel, I wanted to get married to the other person, but I'm marrying this person. So whatever it is, but I believe in destiny. There is no coincidence. So if you go with the flow, accept it as per your destiny, then you're all good.
Right. Thank you, Sandeep ji. That was a very brief but very to the point prediction for each of the sun signs. As you shared with us, and as we all know, 40 countries in the world are going through elections this year. So it
Yep.
is a time for a global shift in power, global change is going to happen. Apart from this, do you predict any major global events happening?
See, if you look around, the sentiments are not great, Poonamji. The wars are still going on. And the pandemic, it keeps on knocking again and again with different variants. And this is a global recession scenario, if you ask me. Living few countries like India, the India has become almost recession proof because of various other reasons. But so this is a time when one need to keep a check on, their investment, especially in stock market.
Hmm.
Because whenever there are general elections and some sentiments are low, then anytime the stock market might get affected. So you should not go overboard. Don't go into the gambling zone. Long term investment is always welcome, but don't try to do something different. But as I've said, I believe in energy. So if you have that energy, that's the reason, Puramji, I believe in spiritual connect. So if this entire world becomes spiritual in some way or other, whatever belief you have, it is above religion. Actually, spiritual is, religion may be following some rituals of your own kind, but spiritual is above rituals. So when you become spiritual, then you connect with those higher energies with the help of meditation or mindfulness. That is how you can create happiness all around. I believe in it. So 2024, the number is 6, which is desire, your passion, your luxury, and total is 8, which is karma. So if your deeds are right, then you will be fulfilling all your desire which you have in right. So this is a balance that we need to maintain in 2024.
I think that's a very interesting point about desire and karma. And I see that in all your predictions for all the signs, you have touched upon meditation, spirituality, mindfulness, as and you have moved beyond astrology to a little more holistic kind of a way for people to be. Why is there such a big component of this in your prediction?
The reason being, if you call any of the astrologer, I'm not saying everyone, but most of them, they are concerned about your doshas, and they will keep on suggesting you the remedies they can perform on your behalf. Do this puja, do that, do nothing will change. Because the only thing which is influencing you is your emotional side. Emotion. That is the reason Indian astrology is based on moon.
Hmm.
Moon is the most important planet in astrology. 8 planets, they start influencing moon is emotion. So like Bachchan Saab always say, Babuji ne kaha tha, man ka ho to acha aur na ho to aur bhi acha. So what if what you desire is happening, you feel good, and if it is not happening, you feel it is bad or time is bad. So but acceptance, that's the reason acceptance plays a great role, tolerance plays a great role, looking at a bigger picture plays a great role. So how can we become like that? Because everyone has their own planning, their own programming, because of the horoscope, the planet when they were born in. Meditation. So when you meditate, you can influence, you can make your moon happy. And anyone who has a good positive moon, because of meditation and spiritual connect, divine energy, no matter what situation you are in, you will always sail through. Your behavior, your optimism, your positivity, your manifestation will all come true.
So, Sandeep ji, how do you think people should use their astrological predictions in their decision making?
See, one is their intellect, their own experiences, their own liking, disliking. Another is, I said, the timing. So sometimes, and I always believe in there is no coincidence. If somebody has become a doctor and want to start music, venture into music industry, it is a part of journey. So it is not like what you are doing the same. The changes might come at any moment. I have experience in, 100,000 people already, that how the changes happen. So going with the flow is the right idea. So astrology is the right tool, which will help you to understand what time you're running. So if it is a time is right, then whatever risk or whatever you want to explore, it is great. What if time is not right? Then you have to control your horses. That is the time. Don't go overboard. Take risk of some kind, and that is how I said taking the right decision at the right time is what we call luck, and that is how astrology helps you with.
Right. So this, by understanding your astrological predictions for yourself, you're able to define for yourself what is the right time to do whatever you want to do.
Know who you are and know the time. Two
Yeah.
important purposes of astrology. And once you are aware, then you're all set.
So Sandeep ji, last question. For 2024, what is that one unique thing that you've found as opposed to other years?
See, this year definitely optimism, because Jupiter has come over Aries. So there are two parts of this 2024. When Jupiter will be in Aries, it will push a person to take initiative. Like you said, you started with that everyone was confined, and because of their dilemmas or some fear because of whatever is happening in the past years. So it is the initiative most of them are willing to take. Post May, Jupiter will be going to Taurus. So Taurus is a sign which is Jupiter's enemy is Venus. So, anyways, but Jupiter combining with the planet of desire and having accumulating those wealth. So the second half of the year, people will more try to indulge in accumulating their wealth and growing from there. So I think it is good to take initiative and then fulfill your dreams, but with the right spirit, with the right mindset, and that is how it is going to help them. So 2024, if you go a little bit slow, as a slow and steady always win the race. Let the things settle down around the globe. As I've said, you only said that the elections, so more than 40 countries are having their general elections across the globe. So there is a lot of power shift here and there happening. So you have to check the environment, because everything is interrelated. It's not your city, your house. Everything is interrelated. It's become global, one world. So it is affecting all around. So just know your environment, look around, and then take a decision. So that is a good idea.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. Just to summarize very briefly on what you shared with us today. So, what the points that I took was one, that 6 and 8, about 6 being desire and 8 being karma, and how you can, with your desire, if your desire is to get good karma and to practice in the right way and for the helping people around you, I think it's a good way to follow throughout the year. Secondly,
Absolutely.
all about being mindful and doing the meditation practice so that you can accept and process your thoughts so that you can make the right decisions at the right time. And thirdly, about being more compassionate and kind to your relations around you so that it will add to your karma. And
Absolutely.
finally, just to be aware. I think that's what you said about know yourself, know your time. And how you know yourself is also to understand it from the astrological perspective so that you can make the right actions, the right initiative at the right time. So आप बताइए संदीप जी.
No, मैं क्या बताऊं? What I feel is, after the way you have analyzed everything so quickly, I don't think you need any chat GPT. And I think Chad Poonam ji should become a new now, the way you have summed up things so quickly. I really appreciate that. And you said it all. That is what I really meant, and I really appreciate.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. I must really appreciate and acknowledge your, generosity in coming on this platform. And, for the last 4, 5 years now, every year and in December, January, you come and share your predictions. And just from the warmth of your soul and your being, you are so generous. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. I've never been to Indonesia, but through you, I'm connected with Indonesia. So I'm thankful to you as well.
Thank you
So
very much.
yeah, take care. Wish you all the very best, and God bless us all. Yeah, bye.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar.